Why, yo, why? Just tell me, do them doves cry? Huh? Just tell me why them doves cry. Why, yo, why? Why, yo, why? Just tell me, do them doves cry? Huh? Just tell me why them doves cry. Why, yo, why? Just tell me, do them doves cry? Huh? Just tell me why them doves cry. Why, yo, why? Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me. Why, yo, why? Just tell me, do them doves cry? Huh? Just tell me why them doves cry.
Play tight beat, but homie, I don't really care. I flame it.
What it do? What it do? You already know what it is. It's your boy TW at Tw.GeezNews. What's happening? Got some things going on. We got some things going on. But like I always say, it wouldn't be news if we didn't have things going on. Now, would it be? First and foremost, I'd like to shout out to my newsies. Don't forget to smash that like button for the algorithm and subscribe to the channel. Most definitely. Now, this right here, we calling this the Tory Lanez Chronicles. Yes, sir. We got a few things going on. We're going to hear from DJ Akademiks. We got Poetik Flakko. And we got Hassan Campbell. But last of all, we have Tory Lanez's father. We're going to get straight to it. I'm not, I don't like to do too much talking sometimes. But we're going to let them people speak.
Apparently, Tory has been stabbed in jail. He said this isn't how Tory wanted to get out of prison, but he is. After suffering a prison yard stabbing so bad he needs hospital treatment, he was apparently on the yard in a California correctional institution at Tw.GeezNews on Monday when another inmate stabbed him, according to sources, including one law enforcement. It's unclear what the motivation of the attack was, but one source tells.
What I'm doing right now is I'm giving you multiple analytics to see and try to get an understanding of what really is going on, because you can't just listen to one person. You know the motto. You don't just listen to one side. You're never going to fully understand anything that way. Let's get to it.
That Tory was rushed by an ambulance to a nearby civilian hospital in Bakersfield. Just by last week, Tory posted a picture of himself looking pretty buff behind bars and bragging his next album will be dropping soon. Where's that picture? Let me see if I can find the picture. Sorry. Tory Lanez. Oh my gosh.
Can't front. Meg was looking kind of spicy.
Tory been looking a little bit big right here. Pause, right? Yeah, okay. So it says the artist serving a 10-year sentence at a California state prison for the 2020 stabbing of Meg Thee Stallion. Oh, not stabbing, shooting, I'm sorry. Of Meg Thee Stallion. Tory and Meg are battling each other in court. They're still battling each other in court. She's accusing him of enlisting various bloggers to continue to public smear and cyberstalk her. And we're told that Tory's stabbing injury is non-life threatening. I'm going to hit Tory's.
I like to say shout out to Tory, as you should. Hopefully everything, stab wounds ain't no joke. Respectfully. Let's continue.
People to see if I could get an update. I don't like putting people I don't like putting people like on the spot like this because I could call him. But I'm asking his team if we have a status update on him. I want to send my prayers to Tory. Tory is obviously, again, no matter how easy or how, he always seems happy when I speak to him. Tory is incarcerated. And, it's not all roses. Yeah, he's made an album. He still pops his shit. He's always been a very jovial, very proud, very resilient individual. But he's in jail at the end of the day. And him being in jail, actually not jail, but prison, you know what comes with that. There's a lot of bullshit. It's not the nicest place. And, of course, shit, if you got niggas on the street that want to test you, somebody in jail going to want to test you and look like.
That is most definitely a fact.
Like maybe he was stabbed. It's good to know it was non-life threatening. Non-life threatening, that's very important. But it is a little bit concerning if he was actually rushed to a hospital. That's not a medical facility within the jail, because it shows that if they need a civilian or outside of jail hospital to deal with his injuries, we got to be thinking at minimum maybe several stitches, maybe some, it could be, you never know. I don't want to speak some of these things into existence, but if, they have a medical facility and a ward at most prisons, usually they could treat abrasions, certain lacerations. This seems like it might be serious. However, we're getting told it's non-life threatening, okay? Keep Tory in your prayers, and as soon as I get an update, if I get an update this stream, I will let you guys know.
This is crazy. It's just crazy. Yeah. Yo. Yeah, I don't think this is crazy. Tory Lanez getting stabbed. Try to think about that. It get real in them prisons. Just know that. It gets real in prison. That's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to say no more. But damn, Tory. Damn.
The CDCR spokesperson did not disclose Tory's current condition. They was plotting on that boy and wanted Tory badly, bruh. 7 a.m. in the morning, this when you getting out yourself for breakfast. So to poke this man up before you even had a full meal, before you done filled your belly up, doing this first thing in the morning shows, bro, this was on your mind all night.
7 in the morning before breakfast. 7. Let's continue.
Night. Now, I was told this wasn't in the yard as people is reporting, and this wasn't in his cell. This was in a common area that this took place. Tory's team took to his Instagram to confirm he was indeed stabbed. They will say that Tory Lanez was stabbed 14 times, including 7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torsos, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face.
God damn! 14 times?
This was a murder hit, bruh. If you thought this was anything else than a murder, you're out of your mind, bro. They wanted this man out the paint.
Yo, Poetik, Flakko. It was a murder hit. They wanted him out the paint. Yo, he's wild dramatic with it.
Wanted this man gone. Both of his lungs collapsed, and he was placed on a breathing apparatus. He is now breathing on his own. Despite being in pain, he is talking normally, in good spirits, and deeply thankful to God that he is pulling through. He also wants to thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. This wasn't over no gambling debt. This wasn't over all the other nonsense we've heard. This was something really serious. This was intentional. This was something that was to send a message, because Tory Lanez have been adapting to the prison life a little too well. And we're going to explain exactly what I mean by that.
As he should. If he tough, let's be for real. What was he supposed to do? That's what tough niggas do. They adapt.
But first, let's hear from somebody directly at the prison who can confirm that the Mexicans were who stabbed Tory Lanez. Now, this audio comes from Spiderloak on YouTube. Spiderloak is a LAOG who was able to tap in with somebody directly from their prison. He recorded the conversation. People I tapped in with ain't want to be recorded. So I'm going to play you guys Spiderloak's recording, and then I'm going to break down exactly what I heard.
Oh, yeah, I hear you now.
What it do, Kyle?
Yo, I hear you, bro.
What's Gucci?
What's cracking?
What it do, Fight?
Shit, nothing much for love, right? This morning, brother, the Mex came out and bust on the boy Tory. You know, they airlifted him and all that, so, you know, No, that's gonna respond when we come off this shit. We're gonna respond the right way to that.
They laid the yard down?
No, it happened in the building.
What
The response tell you how they're viewing this. They're not viewing this as an isolated incident, as an incident where somebody in Tory Lanez has some issues individually and things went how men handle it individually and Tory Lanez caught the worst of it. That's not how they're viewing this at all. What happened was a sucker attack, an ambush, an attack from the back, not no man up stuff. And they don't view this as a one-off incident, as an isolated incident between Tory Lanez and a dude who don't like Tory Lanez. No, they see this as a strategic attack on the blacks. They see this as a race issue. And that dude just said, yo, we about to tear this place up. It's going to be an absolute race riot. It's a war going on right now. That's because Tory Lanez is an asset. And we're going to explain exactly what Tory Lanez have been doing that made Tory Lanez public enemy number one to the Mexicans.
That should just remind me of that song. There's a war outside, no man is safe from. Did Tory just start a war in prison? Let's continue.
Tory Lanez is seen as an asset. And just like any war, like if one country is about to attack another country, what they go for? They go for pivotal spots and pivotal assets first and strategic bombings. Tory Lanez is the strategic bomb. He's the asset to the blacks. And he's been an asset in more way than none. He's adapted the prison politics better than any celebrity I've ever seen, bro. He's entrenched in it right now. Also, Tory Lanez is Muslim. Well, he converted to Muslim. His Muslim.
He's entrenched in it. Yeah, Tory. That's what he's supposed to do. You thought he's supposed to go to jail and become a bitch? Like, what do you expect? They must have thought Tory was soft all these years. That's what they thought. Let's continue.
Name is like Amin Kabab, whatever. Yeah, he's Muslim now. So now those are another politics in the play. This is bad.
What was it over? It was over some. What he had did he have a debt, a gambling debt or something?
Nah, nothing like that. Shit, we don't even really know. We don't even know the whole situation, you know.
So it was just like some foul play. So it's gonna be up.
Yeah, it's for sure with some foul play.
Damn, cuz. Wasn't nobody right there with him when it happened? Wasn't nobody right there with him when it went down?
Yeah, I guess nobody wasn't. He was by himself out there. He got a whole tier full of necks. He on a whole tier full of necks.
Wow.
But you already know, once we get off this shit, we press some play on. We press play.
I'm already knowing. God damn.
Did you just hear that? You already know what's next. As soon as we get off, tisk, tisk, tisk. Let's continue.
You don't know if he's gonna be all right or not either, huh?
Nah, we don't know yet. He gonna be all right there. He gonna pull through though.
Peep the word in here, foul play. When we get up out of here, because right now the prison is shut down, is a lockdown currently going on, but after that lockdown is up. But peep the word in, foul play, foul play, foul play. The only thing that you consider foul play is when you attack damn near an innocent man, or when you attack somebody because of their race and not because they did something to you personally. Or you attack somebody strategically to take them out. I'm speaking in code right now because I want y'all to really follow along and get it, but I'm going to lay this all out perfectly. But don't go nowhere. Just keep watching. I'm going to lay this all out perfectly for you, and it's going to make sense by the end of this video.
That's right. That's crazy because I've been out here. I've been the whole time he's been going through what he's been going through. I've been feeling like that nigga got railroaded. I hate to see him in that position. I'm glad.
Man, for sure, he got railroaded.
Yeah, he got railroaded. I'm glad that the
That's an innocent man in prison, bro.
I believe it, 100%. How he been programming? And he been programming cool.
Man, all he do is program, come outside, work out, play ball, do him.
That's right. I heard it's been cracking up there too. It was a riot the other day, not too long ago.
Yeah, it was like I want to say like 3 weeks ago. It was a riot.
Yeah, I got.
Like 2, 3 weeks. Yeah.
You been straight though?
Yeah, it be cracking up here. Yeah, I just try. You know me, keeping my head up high. I got so much left.
Here's what's going on. Tory Lanez have been using his money for a lot of good in prison, but he's also been using his money to do a lot of underhanded things in prison. And those things just came back to get him. One instance of Tory Lanez using his money for good is Christmas of last year. Tory Lanez made sure everybody commissary was filled to the brim. If you ain't have commissary, you had commissary that week because Tory Lanez looked out for everybody. Everybody was eating good that week off of Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez have been using his money to really help the facility, really help the inmates. Tory also currently has the Hand of God initiative where he's helping inmates who's facing life or inmates with really long sentences who want to file an appeal, who need legal help filing an appeal. He's helping them file appeals to get back in front of a judge and hopefully get their cases overturned if they're completely innocent. So Tory Lanez is doing a lot of good, and he has really ingratiated himself with the people. People in jail, like specifically the black inmates, the Muslim inmates, they love Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez is like a king in there. Tory has also been using his money for nefarious activities in prison. He's been moving like a Don Dada. He's been moving like an absolute pharaoh in prison. Nobody can see or touch Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez is really moving like a kingpin in that bit, bruh. He's dropping bags on people. Anybody got an issue with Tory Lanez, bro? You got 100 dudes to go through before you can get to Tory Lanez, bro. I was told personally by somebody, bro, Tory Lanez is terrorizing that jail. Not really terrorizing the blacks because they all run together, bro. But if you look at Tory Lanez the wrong way, you might get done up. Like, not by Tory, just by somebody who want to prove himself to Tory, bro. Like, that's how bad it is right now. And Tory Lanez hasn't been hiding the kingpin. Tory Lanez has been rapping about on multiple songs about how, he's the king of the yard, bro. He putting bags on people if it comes to that. And I was told this ain't no rap cap. I was told this is really happening in real life behind the bars. In a recently released song with Tw.G that Tory Lanez recorded from behind prison using a jail phone, Tory Lanez actually rapped about some activities he's currently doing in prison, which is running the yard and putting bags on people and getting others to do his dirty work if people get out of line.
Sent me to prison and all that it taught me is if it go down how to stab the shit out you. Tommies and buckets, the knives, the thumpers, the lock and the sockets, the crack the shit out you. I call a shot on the yard, you a problem. My son out there hitting cash out the shit out.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Standing on business. Cash app on your head. See, here's the thing. When you're tough and you got some money, you definitely ain't got. Listen, if you're tough, you more times ain't got nothing to worry about. You tough and you got some money? Shout out to all them people who thought Tory was soft. That's what it was. Let's continue.
In the words of my nigga Prodigy from Mobb Deep, Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Secret societies trying to keep their eye on me. I believe in conspiracy. I most definitely believe in conspiracies, but I'm last slabby on this because I've been trying to be more logic. I said, nah, ain't nobody put a hit on Tory Lanez. He moving around the jail. He leveling up. Now you got this new audio.
Right? And I walk out, and the homie's right there standing there, and he calls me over, and he's like, Savage, come here. And I'm like, what's up? And he's like, bro, I'm about to get this nigga. And I was like, who? He's like, Tory. I was like, for what? And he's like, this what keeps on talking shit. And I already told him, I don't play like that, bro. I'm going to get you if you don't talk. So then I was like, all right, don't trip. I'm right here. So then all of a sudden, that fool's door opens, that fool comes out, and then that fool runs up on him, and that fool starts stabbing that fool. But you can just tell that fool got his lungs punctured, because when he was laying on the ground, he's right there yelling, help, please, stop, help. And you can just hear him breathing like, you see him coughing up blood and some more. But it's just crazy.
Y'all hear this? Crazy. Let's continue.
All these little stories going around that aren't even true, talking about there's going to be retaliation. Because if there was retaliation, it would have happened right there, you know what I'm saying? One of the blacks did try to hop up, and I told him, bro, you better sit down, bro, because if you hop up and get involved, you all know all the messages are going to jump, and it's going to be bad for you, bro. And you don't owe no money. How does a millionaire owe money in prison? And there was no visits that day, so how is there going to sit?
Did you just hear that, man? Hold on. Did you just hear that, man? You heard what he just said? Ain't gonna be no retaliation. Somebody hopped up. I told him, you better sit down before something happened. What? Nah. Let's continue.
I don't know if it really happened, but I know that day the homie didn't tell me nothing about this boy talking to my bitch, or he got in my bitch at visits, none of that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what really happened. You feel me? I was right there. I'm a porter.
I don't believe this audio. I don't believe it. I don't believe this audio, not after Chris Brown decides to say, free my nigga Tory, right? And let me show you how the powers to be work. They already have dirt on you. They let the dirt build up. They already have dirt on you. So Chris Brown allegedly hit somebody in the head with a bottle at an event out there in the UK, right? I believe it's the UK. I'm not reading all this bull crap. I'm just giving you my story, or his story. So allegedly he hit somebody in the head in 2023. Y'all wait to 2025 to lock him up after he screams free Tory? See, this is how they work. This is how they get you. This is how they get you. Like, what? I give you a prime example, right? With Lil Durk. These niggas could have been grabbed Lil Durk for all of the stuff that he was involved in or tied in, allegedly. But the minute he decides to go to O Block and turn all the shooters into Muslims and have them going to the mosque praying and change them into a different dynamics, the same way you seen.
Don't forget, businessmen. He took the shooters, turned them into Muslims and businessmen. They were becoming big businessmen, buying buildings, all types of stuff. That's a fact. Let's continue.
Akademiks do with the Nation of Islam and Elijah Muhammad and Farrakhan. See, they'll let you do as much evil as you want to. But when you start organizing in a positive way and you try to go against the energy, the evil energy, Well, this is the results of it. You couldn't pay me to believe that this wasn't a hit. Especially, like, so hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Tory Lanez, the dude who stabbed Tory Lanez, who almost rocked his snot box, tried to turn his TV off. Megan Thee Stallion's fan base is giving him donations. Heal up, wheel up, bring it back, come rewind. Hold up. Megan Thee Stallion's fans are sending commissary to the dude that stabbed Tory Lanez.
What? Let's continue.
See, I don't think y'all understand. That smells like a cover-up to me. It smells fishy. It smells like a cover-up now, so where that is so many people flooding this dude's accounts and sending money to this dude to where that now you can't keep track of who actually paid for the hit, because now, in support of Megan Thee Stallion, y'all paying for the contract killer. So, check it, right? If Megan Thee Stallion's fan base are sending money to the dude who hit Tory Lanez up, how many more dudes is going to step up to the plate who got life in jail and say, hey, I don't even like this little nigga. Let me get some of that commissary money too. We got to get Tory Lanez out of jail. Now his life is in danger because I don't even understand how it is even legal for a dude to get rewarded by the community for trying to take out one of our favorite R&B singers / rappers.
What you think about that? Now, he's getting money. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Let's continue. But first, I want y'all to really think about that, what he just said. Really sit here and think about it. He's getting money now from random people. Nasty work.
Calling on Governor Newsom to pardon or commute his sentence, insisting they have new evidence Lanez didn't shoot superstar Megan Thee Stallion, but it was instead her former best friend, Kelsey Harris. And they say Harris's one-time bodyguard, Bradley James, was spurred by conscience to come forward.
Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Ms. Harris had where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody.
Walter Roberts says the statement aligns with another witness who saw 2 women fighting. Lanez is serving a 10-year sentence after being convicted of shooting Stallion in the Hollywood Hills back in 2020. The singer testified against Lane and in an op-ed wrote, quote, "Even as a victim, I have been met with skepticism and judgment. We didn't hear back from Stallion's attorney and couldn't reach Harris for comment." Lanez's lawyers say they've had the new evidence for months and were waiting on the appeals court to rule, but went public after he was stabbed in prison.
He was stabbed 14 times.
The rapper's father, Sunstar Peterson, says his son is recovering remarkably well, but recounted the story Lanez told him.
And I quote, "Dad, I thought it was my last. And having made my peace with God, I said, okay, God, is this how it's supposed to end for me?" But God said no. God told him, "Do not give up."
The family and legal team insist Lanez was never given a fair trial, raising questions about the prosecution and investigation, but now say Lanez can't wait for the appellate process to play out.
What's going on here? Now, the question is, to you out there, what do you think? That's why I brought you multiple analytical sides for you to choose. And you're wondering, what does this revolve around? Does this revolve around business? It absolutely does. Everything in life revolves around business. Remember, I keep telling you that. Because the one who plants the seeds, knowing there's a chance he or she won't sit in that tree shade, just begun to understand the meaning of life. Meaning of life is to get to that bag. Big businessmen, big business women, creating big business kids. From the bottom to the top, this most definitely, you best believe, is it. For the D-class students and down. They've been sleeping on you for too long. Now it's time. Time is now. Jobs opening up, go get them. We all ain't gonna sit on the top of the mountain, but it's okay. Because them seeds we planted, that tree, that shade's gonna produce more seeds, more trees, more shades for our peoples forever. Don't matter if we don't sit under that shade or not. We all can't be on the top of the mountain, like I said, but we all can be wealthy and or comfortable forever. 9 to 5, that's to make a living. But 5 to 9, you already know, that's to make a way of life. It's your boy, TW, huh? Tw.GeezNews. Nah, I'm telling you, I'm just getting started. Nah. We don't play that bullshit. No. We don't play that bullshit. Fuck around. I'll be right. We don't play that bullshit. You fuck around, get your ass killed. Broken bullets when it's wartime. Wartime leads to broken bullets. Broken bullets when them slugs project. Look here, boy, we let off rounds. Broken bullets when them shells eject. Them shells eject, boy, and hit the ground. They hit the ground. They hit the ground. Them shells eject, boy, and hit the ground. Told you niggas not to fuck with me. I thought I told you, nigga.
told you niggas not to fuck with me. I thought I told you, boy. 445 ain't gon' play no favorites. When I cop it back, then let it explode. Bow, 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 bow. Nigga, bow, bow, huh? Broken bullets when it's wartime. Wartime leads to broken bullets. Broken bullets when them slugs project.